Hi, and welcome back here on the Senior Network. Becky, we were talking about families and disagreements and come on, tell us more.
No, we were, again, just during break, we're just talking about when families come together,
Right.
especially after someone's passing. You know, one side of the family wants to feels like the plan should go this way, while the other side of the family feels
Everybody
like
has a different opinion.
Yeah,
Right,
they
exactly.
do. And then
Right.
sometimes you'd think that they'd like to meet in the middle.
Right.
But then sometimes,
Sure, Jim could tell us,
So
yeah.
you tell us what.
Well,
so,
just that
but-
we were talking about the people at Cypress asking
asking
questions.
questions. What kind of
And, you know,
questions?
if you come in and make your own arrangements, then that's pretty much set in stone. You come in, you sign it, you say, this is what I want to do, and that's pretty much what has to happen. Well, some of the questions they were asking at the Cypress at the seminar was, you know, what happens if, say I'm cremated and I want to be scattered in the ocean, but my son doesn't want to do it? You know, well, a lot of times that's a question for an attorney, but for the, you know, the easy question is there's not a whole lot I can do at that point.
Right.
You know, you try to get someone that you trust to take the lead in that type of thing, but maybe they don't. I mean, I've had people taking insurance money and go to Disney, you know, instead of paying the funeral home. No, not me.
Like a life insurance?
Yeah,
Oh.
take that and go to Disney. And, you know,
Even
act
though
like...
that money's supposed to go towards their
Yep,
services.
and it
Okay.
happens, and that's just one of the things that happens. And you know, not every family is the Brady Bunch, and
Really?
unfortunately, that's just how it is. But if you come in and make pre-arrangements, if you come in and write everything down, if you sign the forms and say this is what I want, then it's very hard for anybody to change.
Right.
And that really helps a lot because I know when I open that file, I know exactly what's expected of me and what the family wants, and they know exactly what I'm going to do, and it works out well.
And you know, when I meet with folks and and they purchase a home at the Cypress, and we talk about the membership and what the membership includes and what the monthly fee services are, I tell them also that they need to make sure that they educate their children. Because I don't want their children to have certain expectations, especially when it comes to maybe the future resale.
That's a great thought.
Because, you know, you have to be minimum age 62,
Right.
you have to be able financially to afford a certain accommodation, and you have to be able to live independently. And the children come in from
From all over.
and they're like,
Yeah.
you know, they just think it's a condo and anyone can buy. And I have to say, that's not how it works. And
Yeah.
so I really educating your kids before a life event is probably real important.
Getting them all on board. And you know, one of the things you'll see people who are estranged from their spouses or their kids or
the
something
kids.
like that.
That's amazing.
As soon as there's money involved, they
it's-
were right on the verge of rekindling their relationship. You know, they haven't spoken in 20 years, but you know, now mom's got a nice condo, but you know, we were talking almost every day and we were so close, even though they haven't spoken in 20 years, but they do it.
I know. Well, that's life, I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
And family.
Well, we're, you know, in the home care business, we see a lot of this too, obviously, but we are seeing a little swing, and I think it's because of, you know, just the aging population. There's so much more awareness of people aging and people thinking about what am I going to do, and you know, maybe 20 years ago we didn't talk as much about this, especially on TV and other places. So we're seeing a little shift.
Yeah, kind of a taboo thing. Let's
Yeah,
not talk
yeah,
about
exactly.
it. If we don't talk about it, it doesn't
Yeah,
exist.
exactly.
Senior Network is trendsetter.
Exactly.
There you go.
But it's important, it really is, because we get in a situation too where families, it's the same thing, you know, and we're in, you know, with health crisis and critical situations there at the end, you know, sometimes we're going to a hospice situation, and you're right, families
it's
haven't
'cause-
talked in years.
Yeah, well, and we are living longer.
Yeah.
I mean, that's another thing. As we are aging in place longer, and I think children see that, and so they just, you know,
Yep,
there's
yep.
more conversation about aging in place and how are we going to take care of mom and dad. And hopefully, if that's an opportunity for the Cypress, we want those kids who see their folks aging in place to maybe make a plan for their parents who can't make that plan for themselves. So.
Right, and it is that journey until we get to Jim and discuss those options too. Well, guys, thanks again so much. Glad to have you. We're out of time. You need to take a break. Stay with us. We'll be right back.